Hi everybody. So it was just a quick funny story that I wanted to share with you. It happened to me months ago, but I'm actually quite embarrassed by the story. But the last couple of videos have been quite heavy, and I thought this one would give you a laugh. So I wasn't planning on going out for a walk on this particular day, but midway through the morning I kind of felt like I had cabin fever and needed to get out for a solo walk. So I jumped in the car, hadn't done any of my normal Stoma bag, does it need emptied, and I had no Stoma kit in the car. I'd basically just jumped and left. Ended up out near Collington in Edinburgh and dumped the car, walked about a kilometre. I was just about to turn off the main road into this wooded area, and I realised that my Stoma bag was really full, probably about 3/4 full. And what happens is when the bag is full of like actual poo, it's stuck to your skin, but it starts to kind of pull down, and because it's heavy. So I had a jacket on that stopped at the waist, and I suddenly realised this Stoma bag's hanging on the inside of my trousers, hanging down near my crotch, and I suddenly realised that I looked like I had a set of testicles, and I was absolutely mortified. Didn't know what to do, didn't know where to look, was totally like trying to cover it, which then made me look even more dodgy. So I managed to get to the woods. I didn't want to turn back because I felt mentally and emotionally I needed to do this walk, and I shouldn't be bothered about this this thing that was happening to me. So I ended up basically just walking with my hand over it, especially if anybody came too close. So I don't know if I can show you. So I was kind of just like walking like this for most of it. Oh, the plant's trying to make a show. So I'm like walking. Whenever anyone came near me, I'm like this. They probably thought I was a right weirdo. And I, as I'm walking, I'm thinking, in this day and age, with all these people who connect to different genders and sometimes go through gender changes, it shouldn't bother me. Like if I was a male that wanted to be dressed up like a female and I had testicles, it shouldn't bother me because it's far more well known nowadays. But it completely did, and I just was like stressed whenever anybody came close to me. And then so I did like probably an hour and 20, an hour and a half walk myself, and then about 10 minutes from the car I suddenly realised my jacket round the edges had string that you can pull to tighten it. So I pulled those to make my waist nice and tight, and then I tucked it underneath, so it was hidden with the rolls of my jacket. So yeah, I was totally embarrassed. I didn't know where to look. I did eventually figure out how to tuck my Stoma bag, but for an hour and a half, I was very self-conscious. It was quite embarrassing. And I looked like a right knob walking about like this. I'm sure they were like, what the hell is she doing? So that's my funny story. Don't know what's happening tomorrow. I'll need to just have a look at my list and see what I feel like sharing. I'll maybe do one of my next permanent health changes that I've made. Share some tips and let you see what I've been changing off the back of what's happened to me. So I'll see you tomorrow.